Hello, welcome back to Ashleen's Perfume Lab. I'm Ashleen, and I'm here to tell you about 6 perfumes that I've gotten in the past several.
Week.
Shut up! Don't say any. I need you to not say anything. So they're not within the past week. They're much less than that. But I had a really fun field trip today. 3 of them were acquired today. 2 of them were free samples, so don't get at me. James, don't get at me. So we're going to start first things first. I have a package from a friend. And I'm going to open it on camera because I think it's special to have a package from a friend. This is from my friend Jules, who is very dear to my heart. The goblin of my soul. Probably will not watch this video, and they're right and they should say it. Let's see there. Looks like there's a little note. Julian says, "Thank you for adopting these little babies for me. I know you'll give them a good home. I hope you're having a goated summer, even though it's only June. Who gives a fuck? It's 90 degrees. They're right. That means it's summer. It is 90 degrees here today. It's summer. And the babies they're talking about are these little, well, if it would open. I want to open it very delicately because there's babies inside. I'm giggling with joy. Oh, there's some stickers. Oh my god. James, you might want some of these stickers. These are really cute. I'm going to show you these later.
Okay.
I'm going to show these to you later. Oh, even more stickers. And candy. What the fuck? Getting a package from Julian is like getting a package from Santa. It's lovely. Julian is like Santa in a lot of ways. I've heard them say ho 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 out loud. Look at these little babies. They remind me of Bigfoot in that they're tiny and small. This guy, he's diapered up. Ah, they're so little. They're going on my, we have a shelf. I'm not going to show it to you now because it's kind of covered. I have to, organize it. But, it's going on my shelf with my Crazy Bones. I don't know if you remember Crazy Bones from the 90s. I do. So does my friend Ollie, who collects them, and they gave me so many cool Crazy Bones. And so they're going up there with my Crazy Bones, and they will be loved and cherished forever and ever. Amen. That's that on that. Okay, now let's get into the perfume of it all. First things first, we're going to smell Nectar Love by DKNY. I got this because it claims to be a honey scent. Now, when I smell this on paper, it doesn't smell like a honey scent. It smells like peach rings. And I'm not complaining because I love peach rings. Also, look, this is the lid. That's annoying to me. I do not like that. But it smells like peach rings, and I love peach rings, so I'm not complaining. The notes are solar notes, nectarine, freesia, mirabelle, jasmine, lily, beeswax, vanilla, and musk. On the paper, all I get is nectarine. I get straight up nectarine, 100%. And maybe a little musk. James, would you like to smell? Sniff that. But as soon as I put it on my skin, it is the honey scent of honey scents. It smells, it's very nice, right? Okay. Bigfoot's doing something crazy. It's very nice. When it dries down, it's like honey to the extreme. So I don't know. I can't tell. It was very cheap, so I'm not like mad at it, but it's dude, what the hell? You okay?
Hi, Bigfoot.
Hi, Bigfoot. All right, so that is Nectar Love. The other thing I got in that order was, ooh, the cap of this is a little fucked up, is this little 2 milliliter sample of Lolita Lempica Lolita Land. Lolita Lempica Classic. What I found out, I'm going to say this person's name wrong. What I found out just now Googling Lolita Lempica Lolita Land is that it was perfumed. The perfumer is Francis Kyrgyzstan. From Baccarat Rouge 540. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy to me. James is not reacting because he doesn't know what perfume is, but I think that's crazy that she did that. Anyhow, so we're gonna smell the perfume. To me, this is also a peach perfume. The notes are reported as Bellini, orange, pepper, peach, plum, blackcurrant, vanilla, licorice, and musk. The first thing that hits my nose is peach and Bellini and orange. The second thing, like when it dries down on my skin, is pepper. The last thing that hits my nose is musk, but it was the thing that most people commented on when I wore this perfume. So I wore this perfume to work with, in my hair, Heavy Cream by Fleur. And people were like, yay, it smells good. And I was like, yay, it smells good. But they kept saying, one person in particular said that it smelled like sunscreen in a good way. And I was like, damn. I can't tell if it's the musk in the Lolita Lempica or the Heavy Cream or both of them combining that make it smell like sunscreen. Whatever it is, I like it. I like the smell of sunscreen. Summery. That's nice. So I am definitely going to acquire a full bottle of Lolita Lempica. That is for surezies. I like that quite a bit. Next thing that I got. This is Davidoff Cool Water. Davidoff Cool Water is an oldie but a goodie. The year it came out, James, guess what year?
1970.
88. But it was the beginning of a trend in perfume known as the aquatic phase. So in the 90s, everything was aquatics all the time. Oh, it smells so good. So the notes for Davidoff are lavender, mint, green notes, sandalwood, neroli, geranium, musk, oak moss, and cedar. It's definitely very masculine. It's a lot more masculine than a lot of my perfumes lean. But it is, for the price, we got this 1 ounce eau de toilette bottle for $26. Really very good price. You can definitely, like, that's pretty much about the cheapest you can get it for, but it's a very good smell. I smell the mint. I smell the seawater. Wasn't seawater one of the things? Oh, no. But anyhow, it smells like minty ocean. Do you want to smell, James?
Sure.
Give me your thoughts. It just smells like a fresh dude.
Yeah, it smells
like fresh man.
Yeah, like something you would get in like a body wash that was like,
yeah,
pour
well, it is pour There is a female version of this that it's supposed to it omits, it's hot water, James says. It omits the oak moss and the cedar, I think. But I just think that sounds boring. So not for me. Okay. So the real journey of the day, I got to go to Perfumology, which, if you don't know, is on 3rd and Market Street in Philadelphia, in Old City. It is a kind of niche perfume store. I was very anxious to go in because I obviously am in my perfume era, but also very anxious to go in because it's like kind of it's a cut above the Sephora's, the Nordstroms, the stuff that I've been dabbling in. But I had looked at their website, I had known some of the perfumes that were going to be there, and I was interested in a lot of them. And I just love smelling stuff. They have a lot of stuff to smell. I want to smell it. So I went in, and immediately I was like a kid in a candy shop. It was like so many bottles of so many perfumes that I recognized from online, that I didn't recognize, that, and I was like almost overwhelming. But then the um, guy who owns it, maybe, I don't know, somebody from the store approached us and was like, obviously, like, here's how you sample stuff, here are the guidelines for that, but basically gave us free reign of the store to like sample whatever we wanted, and was very charming, very kind and helpful. Everyone there, the other person who helped us was also very kind and helpful. It was such a good experience. And so I had gone in knowing they had BDK Gris Charnel, which is something that I really wanted. Not what I ended up getting, but I did smell it again, love it, excited for it. And I also wanted to go in and smell Xerjoff or Herba Pura, because I have been looking at the notes online and being like, kind of sounds like what I want. And it's kind of a go-to when people say like a freshy perfume that has staying power. That's like one of them. So, I wanted to, get the vibe. But then we went in and we smelled Wilhelm Perfumery. We smelled mango skin. We smelled fig something or other. What was it? Purple fig or something. And we also smelled Poets of Berlin. I was so taken by this, and the mango skin. It was between the Poets of Berlin and mango skin. I'm going to push this out so I can. So it's got a little sleeve. It was between those two for me. And I just got a little 20 milliliter, which was just like a little travel size. But, yeah, really, really, beautiful smells. The mango skin, like, it was so photorealistic to my nose that like I could feel like the pulp of it. You know what I mean? Like that's how photorealistic it was. And yeah, it was just such a lovely little experience. And I had heard of Wilhelm Perfumery. I didn't know that I was gonna enjoy them as much as I did, but yeah, I ended up really enjoying them. So I got that. Ooh, beautiful. Wow. Beautiful bottle. It's not what I'm in for, but it's kind of part of what I'm in it for, is the beautiful bottles. Somebody asked me that the other day. I was talking about like my love for perfume, and they were like, is it because the bottles are really pretty? And I was like, kind of. Okay. So the notes for this one are blueberry lemon, bamboo orris root, which is supposed to smell like gin, basically. Vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver. So what I got from it in the store was like cucumber. I'm intrigued to see kind of out of the loud smell environment that I was in, like what I get. Because me and James agreed that it was like...
It's for the other side. It's bigger.
Oh, okay. James said what he got from it was like Pim's cup. Oh, it's a magnetic. That's crazy. Anyhow, not to get too into the bottle, but yeah. So I'm getting blueberry. You want to sniff? I get the blueberry and I get the orris root. And I get the bamboo even, like a green something or other. I think that's the greenness. It's like blueberry gin.
That is so nice.
It's so lovely. It's
I'm so
like
glad you got that one.
it's like pleasant, but like really wearable. It's so pretty. Yeah, I couldn't recommend this more. But so I got this guy, and I was like, I had heard from people that they were really generous with like samples, and like thoughtful with their samples. And I was like, if I get a sample, I don't really care. I've got this like beautiful perfume, whatever. But I had stated to the guy, oh, I'm looking at gris, charnel, and herba pura. He was like, well, he looked in the back and like unprompted looked in the back and he was like, I don't have herba pura. I do have another Xerjoff, herba gold, which is I think like a citrus Xerjoff, and gris charnel extrait, which IMO I have compared the notes on the extrait and the just EDP. I really like the notes on the extrait a lot, so I'm excited to smell both of these. But how thoughtful! I loved that. I was like, I had stated that I was interested in smelling those perfumes, and he was like, take them home, whatever. I was really delighted by that. So, would recommend Parfumology if you're interested in finding a perfume that is fancy. All right, I'm gonna start with herba pura or herba gold, just because I kind of don't quite know what to expect. Okay, so, or that's what I'm showing you. Herba gold. Ooh, that's actually really lovely. It gives a little herba pura, but I think it's so the herba gold notes are orange, lemon, bergamot, ginger, melon, pear, apple, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, musk, vanilla, amber, and woody notes. It's definitely citrusy. It's definitely what? It's definitely